So when you have any 2 points, you're always going to be able to create a line. So in this case, a real rough sketch of these points, negative 14 and 11, and over here at a positive 14 and a negative 9. What we're trying to do is find the equation of the line. Oh, sorry, that line's not a little straighter, but what we're looking for is we want to name that. So when we're doing this, we have 2 different things to find. The first step is to find the slope. And then the second step is to use the point slope form, which is y minus y1 is equal to m times x minus x1. And when we're using this equation, we plug in the value for y1, for m, and for x1. All right, step 1, the slope. I know my slope, and again, I always label these. I have x1 and y1, and then x2 and y2. So my slope is the change of y, or negative 9 minus 11, divided by 14 minus a negative 14, which turns that into negative 20. Down here, when I subtract a negative 14, I end up adding that, so that's going to give me a positive 28. I do need to reduce this fraction, so that becomes a negative 5 over 7. So that is my slope. That's the first step. Now my second step with this is to go ahead and use my point slope formula and plug everything in. So I'm still going to use my x1 and y1 from before. So I plug all of that in, and that leaves me with y minus 11 is equal to negative 5 over 7 times x minus a negative 14. That leaves me with y minus 11 is equal to negative 5 over 7 x plus 14. I'm just going to take this negative 11 and move it over. The way I do that is by adding 11 to both sides. And this, you can actually pull it into MyOpenMath and leave it as an answer. Negative 5 over 7 x plus 14 plus 11. I am going to go through and simplify this just because I think it's a skill that we really do need. Distribute the negative 5/7. And then I'm left with y is equal to negative 5 over 7 x minus 70 over 7 plus 11, or just y is equal to negative 5 over 7 x. I combine my numbers. Negative 70 divided by 7 is just negative 1. So this becomes negative 1 plus, negative 10 plus 11. So all of this is equal to plus 1. So with this question, it's very similar, but we just need to know a little fact about slope of something that's perpendicular. Currently, right now, this is m of a given line. I know that this m is equal to 9 over 8, but I want the slope that is perpendicular, and the upside down t is similar for perpendicular. The way you do that is you change the sign and take the reciprocal of the fraction. It's a negative reciprocal. So that's a positive 9/8. So my perpendicular slope is going to be negative. And 9 over 8, I take the reciprocal of that. So that's going to be 8 over 9. So this is the first thing I need, which is a slope. The second thing I need is x1 and y1. Now I have everything I need to plug it into my formula to find the equation of my line. But remember, since I'm using that perpendicular slope, I need this one. So let's go ahead and plug all of that in. That gives me y minus negative 1 is equal to a negative 8 over 9 times x, and again I'm subtracting another negative 9. Let me simplify all of this a little bit, so that gives me y plus 1 is equal to negative 8 over 9 x plus 9. I can solve it and just write this as y is equal to negative 8 over 9 x plus 9 minus 1, and I did that by taking that 1 and moving it over to the other side and changing the sign. Now I want to simplify this a little bit more, distribute that fraction out front, and when I do that, I am left with y is equal to negative 8 over 9x minus 8 over 9 times 9. Those 9 cancels out, so I'm just going to even erase those right now. And then minus 1. So y is equal to negative 8 ninths x minus 9.